It's another beautiful day to you out there, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. This is Rero TV, and my name is Rero Henry Akbos. Today, sitting right beside me is Mr. Hope Jasper Isiakpere. He is the personal assistant to Frontline Delta 2023 governorship aspirants, the person of Honorable Chief Ejaife Odebala. Mr. Jasper, it's always nice to speak to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
So the last time you spoke to us, you talked about the personality of Honorable Odebala and why Deltans should support him. And we would like to know, sir, that has been months ago. Yes. What has been the update? Because we've seen a lot of work on social media, consultation and all that. What's the true state of things now, sir?
Yes, like you said, it has been months since you last interviewed me.
Yes, sir.
On Rero TV, and we've been busy moving around 25 local government areas of the state. And in the last couple of months, we've been moving from one local government area to the other. We have been in this race since last year. We didn't go on social media for obvious reasons, but people did not understand, and a lot of persons thought Odebala is not working. Odebala is not working. Odebala is seated somewhere, just attending events and all of that. But that is not so. If you understand politics quite well, you would know that the key political actors in the state, stakeholders, would not really appreciate you coming to consult them with large crowd. Okay. If you want to hear a piece of advice from any political stakeholder, you must go with a chunk of your campaign team so that they can discuss with you heart to heart. And that's what we've been doing in the past couple of months. And I can tell you from authority that Odebala is the only credible candidate for the People's Democratic Party. People do not know how much he has worked to warrant him being the next governor. There is virtually no local government area in Delta that Odebala is not known. There is no local government area in Delta that Odebala has not visited. There is no local government area in Delta that Odebala does not know at least, let me not exaggerate, 30 leaders. At least 30 leaders, political leaders. He can call them by name. He knows them facially. He knows their homes. Sometimes I wonder when we go to some local government areas, and I wonder how he's able to navigate his way through some very.
But the man has been in politics for quite a long time.
Yes.
So it's not. It shouldn't be surprising to anyone that he has these links.
That is an advantage. That is an advantage to him. But you see some of these persons running for this same position. Yeah. They go to a local government area, and maybe their campaign manager tells them, this is Mr. Okuru, this is Mrs. Eunice, this is Ogbeche, youth leader. But Odebala knows everybody by their names. It's a wealth of experience that Odebala has. It's a very unique quality about Odebala. And so far so good, I can tell you that if there is a primary election today, Odebala will come first.
Wow. Well, that aside, so many permutations ongoing already.
Yes.
Who this leader is backing, who that leader is backing. But one thing that actually struck me is the Heal agenda. I've been seeing it on Facebook. Okay. You've been posting it. Other followers have been posting it. Sometimes I start wondering, is Odebala now a doctor, or is he now performing surgery? That he wants to perform surgery on Delta State? The Heal agenda, HEAL. What is it all about?
The HEAL Agenda 2023 is just an acronym.
Okay.
It is just an acronym. HEAL, H-E-A-L. H is for health, okay. E for education, A for agriculture, and L for livelihood. The HEAL Agenda, in a broader form, for health. If you look at Delta and so many other states in the country, go to the Sapele Central Hospital now. Sometimes you take patients to the hospital, there is no doctor on the ground. Perhaps the doctor lives in Ghana. and the hospital is here. So before you call the doctor, maybe the doctor is not on duty. Before you call the doctor, the patient is dead. Yes. One of the approach of Honorable Barrister Odebala, if he becomes governor, he tends to build doctors' quarters within the premises of very, very close range to the hospitals, to every hospital in the state, so that patients can access the medical doctors and nurses when they are brought for treatment. Of course, other health facilities will be provided by Honorable Barrister Odebala. If you look at some of the hospitals now, every medical doctor has a private hospital.
Yes, that's...
Majority of the medical doctors have private hospitals. Yes. And majority of the facilities that are sent to the hospital are being carted away by nurses and doctors to their private hospitals. You must make sure that the doctors and nurses they must account for every of the medical facilities around the state. Then you come to education. Yes. Look at our schools around the state. Open Grammar School, for instance, you pass through the main gate, there are other outlets, the fences are broken. Yes. People can walk from the bush into the school.
I did a publication for when the old boys were calling for government to help.
Good.
Fence the school.
Good. It's not just enough to fence the school. I finished from Nana Model College, then Nana College, Warri. If you go to Nana College now, the way the school looks is quite different from when it was in the 90s. What Odebala tends to do is to, one, renovate all the secondary schools around the state. Then build teachers and principals' quarters in the school premises. You agree with me that in those days, when you go to school, when school resumes, people do not want to go to school the first 1 or 2 weeks. They say, I'm going to go sweep sheet. Because people have access into the school premises to play football.
Yes, when they play football, I witnessed that at Ugrevi, Pama.
Yes,
Pama
exactly.
I did a publication about Pama.
Exactly.
When immediately they resumed, the whole area was littered, vandalized, and the headmistress was complaining that this is what they face on a regular basis. Every time that they resume.
We have been experiencing that. So you must think of a way to stop all of that. People should stop vandalizing, because those things were put together with money. So in order to curb that, one, we must build, Odebala tends to build teachers and principals' quarter with a security man at the gates, so people don't have access into the school even when school is on vacation. That is one of the approach Odebala tends to do for education. You must make education job oriented.
Oh, very nice.
Education must be made job oriented.
Yes, sir.
Allow the students, you are in the Department of Fine and Applied Arts, and you can beautify this school with artworks. If you go to Unibed today, you will still see the project work of this popular Benin musician, Victor Wifo. You still see his project work there. Let's come to agriculture. We have in Echo East, their major occupation is agriculture. In fact, Echo Federal Constituency, their major occupation is agriculture. It's farming. Yeah, it's farming. Because even in Nisoko,
I was yes, going to mention that.
It's farming. It's farming. You people come from Warri to buy gari in Abraka, Obiaruko, and what have you. Yes. They go there to buy. Even I saw a man with a very large yam barn from Agbo. What do we do with all of these things? How do we improve on our agricultural produce? We can make make Delta State an agric hub. Odebala tends to look at, it's not just about giving money. Look at Yageb, by our sitting governor. These are programs that can be improved upon. Now, livelihood. Livelihood entails a lot of things. It entails a lot of things.
That's the general welfare.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
People have businesses, they can't continue because they don't have access to credit facility. Give them credit facility to enhance their businesses. If Honorable Barrister Odebala was talking to you, you would wish that he is the next governor. Because his head is loaded with all that he has to do when he becomes governor.
Of course, he has had different offices, so he must be grounded as to what
he was able to capture some of the problems we have in Delta from an acronym he termed SUE, S-U-E, security, unemployment, and economic waste. Apart from the fact that he has unveiled the Hill agenda, there are lots of things that a governor would do in a state that may not be captured in the Hill agenda. But in order not to bore your electorate, you just release a chunk of what you want to do. So Odebala is experienced enough to know all of this. And under his reign as governor, every local government area in Delta will experience peace. They will enjoy more than they have ever enjoyed. Because the governor will not be everywhere. The policies that we put in place would make for better leadership of every council chairman around the 25 local government area of the states.
Wow. Wow. Mind-blowing. I think that should be the word to describe this interactive session with Mr. Hope Jasper Isiakpere, the personal assistant to Frontline Delta 2023 Governorship aspirant, Honorable Chief Ejaife Omizu Odebala. Sir, thank you so much for your time. We do hope that your principal's wish or his agenda is achieved, because from what you've enumerated so far, it seems Deltans should be salivating at the endless opportunities
absolutely
that will come to them should Chief Ejaife Omizu Odebala becomes the governor.
We shouldn't be disturbing God every time by saying that God willing, God willing.
No,
God has given us the mandate.
It is our time.
We are just waiting for it to manifest. God has said, don't disturb God all the time for prayers. Disturbing. God has said, Odebala is the next governor.
Let the people decide, sir.
The people will decide.
Let the people decide.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. My name is Henry Akbos, and this is Rero TV.